Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Brown Goddess, and I'm so excited about this video today because I'm doing a week of strawberry letters backed by popular demand. I know you guys love these, and I thought I would start off this week with a bang. I'm giving you a foolishness alert. There is so much foolishness running rampant in this letter. I always try to give you guys a warning whenever foolishness will be present. Brace yourself. With all that being said, let's go get 'em. Hey doll, I love you and I love your channel. I've been married for a year now. My husband has custody of two kids, an 18 and 11-year-old, and they live with us. His ex-wife cheated on him and got pregnant and had a miscarriage, and then finally delivered a baby girl for another man while still married to my husband. Okay, girl, yes. Recently her boyfriend moved out when the baby was born. I told my husband she could move in with us for 2 months. You know I'm gonna get her together, I promise. What? I told my husband she could move in with us for 2 months so that she can get her income tax money and pay off the car that was in his name. However, a month after moving back in, she got back. I'm gonna go ahead and summarize, it's really, really long. She got back with her boyfriend, and they were together for about a month, and the boyfriend broke up with her again. So that's where I can pick up at. So anyway, sometimes the two daughters that she had, the two stepdaughters, the 18 and 11-year-old, they sometimes care for the other baby at her house with her husband. And even her mother-in-law, the writer of this letter, her mother-in-law also stays with her. And sometimes if the two daughters can't keep this other man's baby, sometimes the grandmother will keep these children, the other 2-year-old. So if you understand what I'm saying, and she says nobody considers anything that she has to say, nobody worries about what she thinks about it, they just do this regardless of how she feels about it. They just keep bringing this other baby in. Now she already has the mother-in-law living with her, already has an 11 and 18-year-old living with her, and nobody is considering her feelings. And her husband told her, and I quote, I cannot turn my back on her. They used to be married for 22 years, and she wants to know, what should she do? I have seen and heard a lot of foolishness. I've been doing these strawberry letters for years. This one has stunned me. It stunned me, not so much that she had a baby by another man while married to your husband, but the fact that it was your idea to move that woman into your house. I don't care if it was 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. It was your idea to tell her to come on and move in. And now you're upset because, even though she doesn't live with you guys right now, you're still taking care of the daughter that she had with another man. So you're already taking care of 2 of her daughters, but now you're also taking care of another one of her children that isn't even your husband's child. What? Like, I couldn't even make this stuff up. You allowed all of this. I know that you wrote me, as a lot of people do, and you're expecting me to really sympathize and empathize with what you're feeling and what you've experienced. But sometimes the writers bring this on themselves. You brought a lot of this on yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get your husband together because he needs some work. But we first have to start with you. Why is it that you are letting other people walk all over you and tell you what to do? The mother-in-law, she lives with you. You need to tell your husband that he needs to put her in his place. For this reason, a man will leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife. Even though she lives with you, his number one priority is you and his children. Your mother-in-law is in your house disrespecting you, and to me, that's all kinds of wrong. Okay, your husband needs to check that. It's your husband's responsibility to tell the mother that she's doing too much and she's overstating her bounds. They're saying no. Everybody in the house is saying they don't care how you feel about it. If the little girl wants to come over, she's going to come over. You said that you're not even. Sometimes you're surprised. You come home and the little girl is there, and you're like. And you're like, who told you that they're trying to practically move the other little girl in? So you're already taking care of 2 of her kids, and now she's trying to sneak a 3rd in on you, and your husband is okay with that? The fact that you've only been married a year says a lot, because you aren't seasoned enough in this marriage game to put your foot down. But at some point, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up for your dignity, your self-respect, and for your marriage. Your husband is extremely disrespectful. Now, if you guys watch my strawberry letters, rarely do I go in on a married couple, but your husband is extremely disrespectful. For him to say, I can't turn my back on her because we've been married for 22 years, but you're his wife now. He's still treating her like she's his wife. You're his wife, which means that every decision that goes on in that household should be run by you. Not necessarily saying that you have every final say. That's not how it works in a marriage. The man typically has the final say, but they just totally have disrespected you in your own house. I'm so amazed, overwhelmed that you would let this go down. You didn't say how old you were, but I suspect that you are much younger than your husband. At least, honestly, I hope that you are. And this is just you being naive. Because if you're an older woman and you let all this go, it's no wonder they're treating you like that. If you don't lay your foot down in this marriage right now, you are going to forever be unheard in your marriage. You already let him know, look, we already got your mother here. We already have your 2 daughters here. I don't understand why anybody feels this extra obligation. And I'm not trying to be mean, but that third child is not his responsibility. It's not even his child. And then it's not even, I just don't understand. I'm like, I'm so hyped because I just cannot believe that you let all this go down. It's time for you to take a stand about your marriage. I would definitely pray about it and ask God to, speak to his heart, convict his heart, to let him know exactly how you're feeling, how this makes you feel. But to me, for him to say, I won't turn my back on her. We were married for 22 years. What does that have to say about how he feels about you? So he can't turn his back on her, but he can turn his back on you, his new bride. The honeymoon has been over. You've only been married a year, but the honeymoon has been over. What happened to the lovey-dovey stage of you guys being all about each other? The only person he's all about is his ex-wife and his kids. It's time for you to speak up for yourself. If you're not comfortable with the little girl coming over, in addition to the other 2 that you raising of hers, in addition to his mother being there, you gotta say something. I don't know, you didn't say anything about the letter, about you talking to him about it, but it's time for you to put your big girl pants on and say, this is not working for me. I did not marry you with all of this in mind. I don't know if the 2 little girls, if that was fine, 18 and the 11-year-old, but the fact that you said that you basically feel like you didn't realize that they would be sneaking this 3rd child in on you. And if you don't say something now, you will never be heard. For the most part, that's pretty much it. For all of you out there watching, I would love to hear your 2 cents. Some of you may disagree with me, but to me, I don't see how you could. That's extremely disrespectful for a man to tell his new bride that, his ex-wife's child can come over anytime she wants, and they're darn near raising her. She said every time she comes home, it's like the little child is there, and she was like, did she move in on us? Like, did she somehow move in? Rarely am I speechless. I'm speechless on this bad boy. I don't have nothing else to say. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your situation. I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about it. Please be sure and leave your comments below in the comment section. And if you want to write me a strawberry letter, all you have to do to send a strawberry letter is to send it to my YouTube inbox. You keep telling me that my email is not working. Don't worry about that, because I don't want you to send an email. I want you to send it to my YouTube inbox. All you have to do is title it strawberry letter. You can give it your own title if you want to, but just title it strawberry letter so I know what it is. I'm going to be doing one every day this week, so I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, this one was really crazy to me, because I cannot believe the gall of somebody to tell his new wife, I can't turn my back on her. But yet he's turning his back on you, his new wife. So who's the priority here? The ex or the next? I don't get it. I don't get it. And how everybody just does whatever they want to do in your house. I don't play that. BG, don't play that. Not in my house. If we're in your house, I follow your rules. You're in charge. You are the queen of your own castle. But when you come over here and you're in my house, it's my way. I'm the queen of this castle. Nothing comes, goes, none of that unless I approve. This is my house. And I just can't believe that everybody just ignores whatever you have to say. Nope, you said you feel like nobody is listening to you. Make them listen. Talk louder. Pray about it. And definitely you have to pull your husband to the side and tell him how this is making you feel. Because if you don't put your foot down now after a year, it's going to be 20 years from now, if you even make it that long, with them not listening to you. You're going to end up you already raising 2 of the kids for the ex. You're going to end up raising all of her children. And if she mess around and get pregnant again, they're going to give that one to you too. You don't see where this is going? She don't seem to have no problem giving her kids away. That's not right. She needs to be a grown up and take care of her own responsibilities. That's not even his child and he's taking care of it. Like to some extent, that's kind of sweet, that he, is a decent person and feels that he has enough love in his heart to take care of all of these children. But that's not your responsibility. You guys already have a full plate with 2 of his children and his mother. Who signed up for this 3rd child that's not even his kid? That's just too much. He's not even asking too much because he didn't ask you. He's doing too much, okay? Anyway, I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.